Hello students, welcome for the second lecture of the second unit, that is the base of the object inaccessible lecture. In this lecture we will be studying what is base inaccessible of the object, and we are going to solve a simple problem over it here, okay, in this lecture. Okay, so in the content we are going to understand what is the base of the object accessible and then solve a problem over it, right? So before going to that, we'll once again refresh ourselves. What is trigonometrical leveling? Trigonometrical leveling is an indirect method of leveling where you are going to calculate the relative elevations of the points, okay, but from the observed vertical angles and the horizontal distance by using of this with the help of the trigonometrical functions, okay, and you're going to calculate the elevations and the distances. This method is also known as height and distances method. It is also known as height and distances method. Why another name is given to it? Because you're going to calculate height and distances in this method of surveying, right? So it is also known as height and distances method. So which are the 2 points from which you are going to calculate the elevation points? First is the base of the object accessible, and the second is the base of the object is inaccessible, right? We'll go to the definition or the explanation of the base of the object accessible, right? So in this case, at the point A, you can see here, don't look at anywhere, you just look at this station point A, right? Can you see the station point here, right? There is a theodolite, okay. The line, dotted line, which is perpendicular to the station point is your horizontal, right? It is a horizontal line of sight, okay. And in front of you, in the front of the station, there is an object or a tower, right? The bottom point is the C and the topmost point is B here, right? And the distance what we are going to calculate is H, the horizontal line of sight. From the horizontal line of sight with respect to the horizontal line of sight, not from the bottom of the ground, because wherever your line of sight intersect, from there to the point of bisection or intersection with the help of the angle, that distance you are going to calculate. See, your line of sight is intersecting at the point C on the tower, okay, and you are bisecting your angle or the theodolite here at the topmost edge of the tower, right, at point B. So that is a distance that you are going to calculate as H, okay. Remember this, you are not going to calculate the whole length of the object from the respect to the horizontal line of sight to the point of intersection or bisecting of the crosshairs of the theodolite to and calculating that angle. So that distance you are going to calculate as H, okay, and the angle made with respect to the line of sight to the tower point B is known as alpha here, right? And one more thing, this is the base of the object accessible. So the distance between the station and the object can be calculated. What can be done? It can be calculated with respect to with the help of the tape. So this distance is D here. What it is? It is D. And behind the station there is a benchmark provided, right? So on that benchmark, the RL of the benchmark is known to us. To start with, to calculate the elevation of this B point, right, we have to know the elevation of some ground point. So we know the benchmark. We have to calculate the backside reading first, that is H1, okay. With the help of that, we are going to calculate the distance and the height of the object or the elevation of that topmost edge of the point B on the tower, right? So the A is the instrument station, the B is the point to be observed. It is the point where you are going to observe or bisect your hair to calculate the angle, right, with respect to the horizontal line of sight. Next is the elevation of the point B from the instrumental axis, right? This is your horizontal line of sight or the axis of instrumental axis, right? With respect to that, we are going to calculate the elevation. That is your H. What is the horizontal distance between A and the base of the object? What is the base of the object? This is the base of the object, not C. Base of the object is the bottom portion with respect to the A. Next is the height of instrument. This, your back side, where you are going to keep the across your staff and measure the value, staff reading, right? That will be your H1. Okay, you can say it as a back side or height of instrument as H1. Okay. Next is the staff reading, right? When you keep the staff on the benchmark and read the reading, right, you read the reading, this reading, so that is called backside, right? What is next? The angle made by BAC, that is a triangle. It is right angle triangle, right? Because here it is making a right angle, so it is a right angle triangle. Angle BAC is known as angle of elevation, right? It is known as angle of elevation and it is represented by alpha. So now how we are going to calculate the distance or the height? You know the D, right? You know the D, you know the alpha, right? So with this formula, by tan D tan alpha, right, we are not going to go in deep of the how the equation came, because that is for you, it is not important. You have to keep this formula into mind, right? You have to keep this formula into mind, right? To calculate the H, that is this, the distance between C to D, right, from the instrumental axis to the top portion or the point of observation, right, that distance, vertical distance, is called as H, that we want to calculate. To calculate that, the formula is D into tan alpha, whatever might be the angle. Just put it here and you will get the value of height of the object, right? Next, you got the height, but you want the elevation with respect to what? With respect to this benchmark. You have the RL of this benchmark, but we want to calculate the RL of this B point. What is the RL of this point? B point. We have to calculate. To calculate that, there is a formula here. This formula might change with respect to the problem. There might be some small changes. Okay. You will see the in the problem, I have taken a little bit different problem, so you will understand what is the difference, how you have to calculate it, right? So this is the formula that you have to calculate the RL of the B point B. So the RL of the benchmark, that is known to you, plus the BS, right, this vertical distance, that is H1 or BS, both are same, right? Sometimes it may get different, but all the most it is same, right? You will get the RL of, when you add RL of benchmark plus backside, right, you will come to this point, right? From here you have raised by adding the height, you have come to this point. What it is? It is the RL of the instrument, it is the RL of the instrument, plus the height of the measured height now of the tower, right? You have the height between the BC, right? So just add that height to it, you will get the elevation of the point B. Understand what I am saying? So what is H? If we elaborate again, right? H is nothing but we have just substituted the H as d tan alpha. H is been substituted is equal to, because H is equal to d tan alpha, right? So we are going to put it here d tan alpha. By getting this, you will get the RL of the point B, right? When you go to the problem, you will understand how to calculate this problems and solve the problems. So without wasting time, we'll go to the problems. So this is a problem. Okay, an instrument, right? An instrument is set up at point P. Now the station point is at P, and the angle of elevation of a vane. Vanes means a staff. Top of the staff is called as a vane. Okay, and the angle of elevation of a staff of 4 meters. The height of the tower is given here. Height of the staff is given here. It is 4 meters. The full height of the tower is, the full height of the staff is 4 meters. It is vane means the top portion of the staff is called as vane, and the total height from the ground to the start at the top edge of the staff is called as 4 meters. The height is 4 meters above the foot of the staff. This height 4 meters is above the foot of the staff, from the bottom of the staff to the top of the staff. What is the height of it? It is 4 meters. Okay, staff is held at the point Q, has an angle of elevation 9 degrees 30 minutes. What is the angle of elevation alpha? It is 9 degrees 30 minutes. So the horizontal distance between the P and Q is 2000 meters. Okay, what is the distance between the object and the station point? It is 2000 meters. Right? Determine the RL of the staff station Q, right? The topmost portion, right? We understand where it is. Okay, it is the bottom portion of the staff. We have to, in the previous slide, we found out how to calculate the RL at the top of the edge of the tower. But now in this problem, they are asking to calculate the elevation of the bottom of the staff. So this is a difference. So this last formula of calculating the RL will vary here. And how it will vary, I will show you. Okay. Given that the RL of instrumental axis is 2650.35. Here there is no RL of benchmark is given, or there is no backside given here. Here they are given the RL of instrument itself. Okay, the horizontal axis or the horizontal line of sight, its RL is given. Okay, I will show in the diagram. By single plane method, you have to calculate this problem. That is the base accessible. The base of the object is accessible. It is also called as single plane method. Right? We will understand how the object looks. This is how it is. In this case, what they have said, that the station it is at P point. Okay, and the distance between the P and Q is 2000 meters, and the height of the staff is 4 meters. From where to where? From the bottom of the staff to the top of the staff. The height is 4 meters. And the angle of elevation is 9 degrees 30 minutes, right? And you have to calculate the RL of the bottom of the staff, not top of the staff. You have to calculate the bottom of the staff, right? Okay, and the RL here, there is no benchmark given. Here the RL is given of the point P. What is point P? This line you can see here, right? the dotted horizontal line, vertical horizontal line, dash lines, that is your instrument axis or the horizontal line of sight. Its RL is given. Okay, its RL is given here. Okay, they are not given the benchmark RL, they are given the RL of instrument itself. So your calculation gets reduced a little bit, but you have to understand that the RL, which RL is given. Okay. To start with the solution, what is given to you? D is given to you, right? That is 2000 meters. Alpha, the angle of elevation is given to you, 9 degrees 30 minutes. Height of the staff is given, that is 4 meters, right? The RL of P, that is your instrument axis RL, is given, that is 2650.380 meters. That is the RL of that instrument, right? Axis. Next is you have to calculate the bottom of the staff. What you have to calculate? The RL of the bottom of the staff, that is Q. You have seen the image, right? Previous image. So before start, first what you have to do is, if you go back to the image, here it is your image, right? You first have to calculate the height from the top of the, because you can't bisect the bottom portion, right? If you could bisect the bottom portion, then it would be different, right? We can't bisect here because we don't know the, if it was visible then it would be different part. Here it is visible, but in some cases it might not be visible as per the drawing. So we are going to bisect it at the top portion of the staff here at this point, right? As you see the angle of elevations, this is given, you know the D. So what you can calculate? You know the D, you know the alpha. So with the help of the formula H is equal to D tan alpha, you are going to calculate the height from where to where, from this portion to this vertical distance. Once you calculated the vertical horizontal distance, okay, you know the P value here, it will come here, that is your RL of the P is known. From there you add H, you will get the RL of the top portion of the staff, that is the RL of vane you will get, minus 4 meters. Okay, minus 4 meters if you do, you will get the RL of Q, right? What I am saying, you know the RL of P, just add the height of the staff with respect to the horizontal side or line of sight, right? That is H, and then minus 4 meters from here you will go to the Q, right? You are here adding the height of the object with respect to the horizontal line of sight. You will go to the topmost part of the staff. From here you know the height of the staff, minus the height of the staff will get you down to the point Q. This is how you are going to calculate the RL of Q. So with the formula which you have and the given H is equal to D tan alpha, you are going to substitute the D and alpha value here, right? Then calculate its value. What it is? What is the height of the object with what is the height of the top of the staff with respect to the horizontal line of sight? It is 334.685 meters. That is the height, right? Now once you got the height, you have to calculate the Q. That has been asked. What is asked? They have asked the RL of the point Q, that is the bottom portion of the staff. So for that you have this formula that I said. You know the RL of P plus the height of the object with respect to the horizontal line of sight minus the height of the staff. You will go back, you go up, and minus 4 meters, you will go back to the staff reading, what I have explained in the previous slide, right? Now substitute the values. The RL of P is given here, right? You calculated the H here, capital H, substitute it here, and the height of the staff is given, and that is 4 meters. Put it here. See, you are going to add, we are going up here like this. With respect to P, you are going to the top of the staff, right? And we want to come back down. So we want to minus there, not add here, we want to minus here. This is what is the difference in this formula of calculating the RL of the object. Okay, with the help of the diagram only you will able to understand how, whether you are going to minus it or plus it. Okay, you have to go, you have to understand the diagram and understand the problem. That is very much important. Now when you calculate this equation, substitute equation, you will get the value. It is RL of Q is 298.1.065 meters is the RL of the point Q, right? If you have any problems, you can come to me or you can comment in the comment sections, so that I can go through your comments, doubts, and clear your doubts there itself. For today's lecture, it is all over. Okay, this is all for today's lecture. Thank you.